Well, I've been having problems with the DPR. This is this thing that bolts right on the side of the fuel distributor. It started leaking. So I just happened to have another one, which is a Motronic. These are set differently. They're different color because the distributor is a little different. The plunger is actually longer on the Motronic fuel injection for the CIS. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to calibrate this guy to give me 80 mils of fuel in the injectors, so that it does this exact same thing as this one. This is the other one, the Motronic. This is the CIS one. This is like kind of like a gray. This is like a dark gray, almost maroon color. And from what I can tell, they work exactly the same. They have the same ohmage, same ohms when I test them on the thing. So I'm thinking they're exactly the same. The only difference is that this screw is the Allen wrench that's inside here is set at a different rate. It's basically metering or only letting so much fuel through, and I think that's why the part numbers are the same. But I'm guessing that these are exactly the same. They're just set to different settings for fuel metering. And what I'm doing is I'm basically just adjusting this guy on the Motronic one that I installed to match this one. I should get 80 mils at 40 seconds when I fully lift up the throttle plate. And I'm going to go ahead and try that right now. So just so you see what I've been doing, or see how I've been doing it. So what I need to do is actually I need to remove this guy. I need to put a rag in here because otherwise you'll just get squirted by fuel, make a mess. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this real quick. And from what I've been reading is the cover this because I don't get splattered. There we go. Okay, that's all good. I've been reading that 1/2 turn on the hex screw that's behind that screw makes a huge difference. So far I've done one adjustment. If I had to take a guess, these bottles were at around, the first try I did it did about 100 mils at 40 seconds with the throttle all the way up. I adjusted it once and I got it down to about 90. So I'm halfway there, and now I did a half a turn counterclockwise, and that brought it down to about 90 mils. And all I did really is because I didn't have, 4 of these guys, what I did is I just did this. I had a syringe that was, they had a pretty good metering thing on it, and I just poured enough fuel in here until I got 80 mils, and I just wrote a line right around it. Got 80 mils. I did 4 of those, so now I know where, my 80 mils is. Pretty cool, huh? This is 20 mils. I just did that because there's another test to for the idle, and you should get 20 mils, but right now I'm just concerned with the 81. So anyways, put that back in the injector, and I've got my stopwatch ready, but we need to take this off. You gotta unplug it. Now you gotta open it up. Let me bring some tools real quick. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna open it up. Now, be very careful not to lose these. Don't lose the screw, and there's a washer that's right underneath it. If you lose that, if you lose that washer and you don't have a spare DPR to steal it from, you're gonna find yourself buying a brand new one or a used one. And let me tell you, these things go for crazy amounts of money. Okay, so basically, Allen wrench. So I already did half a turn, and I'm really close. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do quarter turn counterclockwise. It's about a quarter turn right there. Put that back on with the washer in there. Don't go gorilla tight. That's good. Put this back in. It's just easier to plug it in while it's out. Otherwise, it's really tight. Oh, don't lose your little O-rings. Sometimes they leak at the O-rings. You just get a new set. But mine was leaking from the connector. So that had no remedy other than we got to get a new one. But since these are really, really pricey, you can get them from eBay for 40 bucks, 50 bucks, but you know what? Those things are about to go. In reality, those things are about to go. Okay, we're almost ready for the test.